Okay, so we are live on Facebook. We'll start at 4 o'clock.
Yes. Please wait for 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah,
A lot of people are joining.
yes.
Right, so we can start now.
Yeah. Good evening, all. Bhargav Phytolab welcomes you all to the iSampark webinar CME initiative of Bhargav Phytolab. My name is Ishmeet and I'm Senior Product Manager from Bhargav Phytolab. With me, we have our Marketing Manager, Mr. Rajneesh Negi, and our team of marketing, other team, Mr. Amir, Ms. Priyanka, and Dr. Rahul from Bhargav Phytolab. So in today's iSampark webinar, which is a CME initiative wherein we conduct webinars on regular basis, we are presenting on a topic which is homeopathic treatment for skin diseases with yogic intervention. We believe it is always good to learn about different techniques that can help all homeopathic doctors in treating their patients with homeopathy along with different interventions. So to take on this topic, we have Dr. Anjali Balkrishna ji from Chennai. Dr. Anjali is a homeopathic consultant and yoga therapist. She is practicing homeopathy from last 20 years based at Chennai. She is also a yoga therapist and a yoga instructor. She has studied yoga from Nasik Institute. She's associated with various NGOs and schools wherein she is conducting free camps for general awareness of the people, and she's also teaching yoga to the children. She is also a qualified nutritionist. So we are very happy to have you, ma'am, here today with us.
Thank
So
you. Thank you.
before we start with this session, we will have a brief introduction to know what Bhargav Phytolab is. Then we will have the session by Dr. Anjali, and in the end, we will have questions and answers. So in case you have any doubts, any questions, just keep that question either with you or type that question in the chat window. I'm sure Dr. Anjali will be happy to take all the questions in the end. So, as most of you all would be knowing that Bhargav Phytolab is a 100 years old Indian multinational company, wherein our manufacturing unit is based at Bhiwadi, Rajasthan, with head office at Noida. So, Bhargav Phytolab manufacturing plant has the largest production capacity in Asia. With more than 3,000 advanced formulations, we have the strongest quality control, quality assurance, and regulatory department. And we are the number one anti-contaminant homeopathy medicine manufacturer. Why we say so? Because we have got 45 air handling units in our manufacturing unit, which is highest amongst all manufacturing companies, and it is there to help us and ensure that there should not be any sort of contamination at any corner of the unit. And it helps us to maintain highest quality. We follow fully integrated quality from the very first step, which is selection of the herb. We check authenticity of the drug and drug content with various steps which are mentioned, as you can see. We are all of our product undergo rigorous testings before they reach to the patients to ensure good quality. We are manufacturing the entire range of homeopathic medicines, mother tinctures, including some of the rarest mother tinctures, dilutions, combinations, biochemics, single remedy trituration tablets, syrups, ethical tablets, drops, oral care, dental, we can say pellets, and food supplements. And today, in addition to India, we are very happy to say that we are also present in 30 plus countries across the globe, wherein we have our registered offices in more than 8 countries. In our 100 years, we are also pioneering in corporate activities. We started with iSampark during the lockdown period, and we have conducted more than 50 iSampark webinars. This initiative is to bring all homeopathic doctors across the globe together at common platform for the scientific development of homeopathy. We also conduct Facebook live sessions so that we can connect with maximum number of patients and we can increase their awareness about general disorders. Bhargav Phyto Lab also salutes Corona warriors, all the doctors who have served the nation in the tough time of COVID-19. We have recently launched our first the homeopathic digital platform with the name GoDoc, which will enable you all to connect with patients digitally, which is actually the need of the hour. So we will be sharing a link wherein you all can register to this GoDoc portal in the chat window soon. We have a book series with the name Beyond Practice. This is for continuous medical updates. And on the same thought, we have recently come up with a new initiative with the name Homeopathy Works. This initiative is to spread the goodness of homeopathy. So in case you have any case that you have treated successfully with homeopathy, please share it with us. We shall publish it and circulate it to all the doctors across India. Few of our leading products that we have in our basket in patents is first Spondin, which is for cervical spondylosis. It contains 7 natural ingredients. And we also have OsteoStrong, which is for bone disorders like osteoporosis, osteopenia, pre and post menopausal women, available in orange flavor, which is for the first time in homeopathy. So not taking much time, I will hand over the session to our speaker of the day, Dr. Anjali. So Dr. Anjali, I'll request you to please share your screen and start with the session.
Okay.
Yes, perfectly. We can see it. You can opt for the full screen mode.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. You can start with the session.
Yeah.
Over to
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Ishmi. Thank you, Rajneesh. Thank you,
Thank you.
Bhargava
Thank you.
Phyto Lab, giving me opportunity in your webinar series. So I'm going to talk on skin disorders and homeopathic medicines and management of yoga therapy. So what is skin disorders? So everyone knows what is skin disorder, but I wanted to give small introduction of skin disorder. It is an inflammatory disease involving the sebaceous glands of the skin characterized by papules or pustules or commandules. Disorder involving the lesions or eruptions of the skin, in which there is sometimes no inflammation. Some have situational causes, others may be genetic. Skin disorders vary greatly in symptoms and severity. Sometimes can be painful or painless also. Some skin conditions are very minor, but others, sometimes it is life-threatening also. So if you see the types of lesions, how it in any form, blisters, macules, papules, nodule, pustules. So what is blister? Small blisters are called vesicles. Macules means that, for example, freckles and flat moles, that is like a brownish and blackish color on the body. Nodule is a solid raised skin lesion. Papule is a raised lesion. So what kind of disorders? So for example, like eczema, dermatitis, chickenpox, measles, psoriasis, acne, leukoderma, warts, etc. But experts don't have clear understanding of exactly what causes these chronic skin conditions. But in Runsin families, they think that is a genetic. 5 of the most common triggers, including alcohol, more drinking, spicy food, more sun exposure, anxiety, stress, these are the triggering factors of skin disorders. So I'm going to explain about psoriasis. So first I will tell you what is psoriasis. Psoriasis is a common skin condition that is much more than a cosmetic problem. It is persistent chronic autoimmune disease that causes cells to build up quickly, creating thick discolored, sometimes white color, sometimes silvery, sometimes red color patches of the skin. These patches we call flakes, range in size, severity, but can become extremely tender also. Very visible flakes. We can understand that patient also feels self-conscious, affect quality of life also. I can show the picture also, how it becomes. See, normal skin will be like this. Keratin layer will be like this, epidermis, dermis, subcutaneous layer. But in with skin psoriasis, how it inflames and that plaque starts coming, inflamed skin, plaque. So what factors triggers weather, especially cold, dry conditions? So skin will become dry. So injury to the skin, any cuts, shapes, bugs, severe sunburns. In that what happens? The T cells also attack the body skin and that causes body to make a new cells. Stress is a big factor. Okay, major factor triggering this psoriasis. Smoking, heavy alcohol consumption. Some medications are also there, like a psychosomatic disorder. Many patients, they take lithium. It gives dryness. Anti-malarial drugs, high blood pressure drugs. Long time, long duration if they're taking, so dryness of skin starts. Gluten, like we nutritionalist tells, no, don't eat this chapatis and all, gehu ka atta, maida, that is a gluten. Some people are having that also. So that triggers this psoriasis. So I will represent my case, how I handled the case. Okay, just 1 minute. This is not going. Okay. So case number 1 is a psoriasis case. My case is psoriasis. She is a 65-year-old lady. She was suffering from psoriasis since 4 years. Complaint of psoriasis showed on the palms and soles. She suffered severe itching over her palms and soles. There were clearly visible cracks on her palms and soles. These cracks often bleed and made her suffer great pain, so much so that she was not able to walk. It is so painful for her. Her skin hardened on the palms and soles becomes blackish. There was, however, no burning sensation on the skin. See, that skin is so hardened, skin is so much itching, burning, severe itching. She was not able to walk, but no burning was there. Sometimes she had a wheezing also and forcing her to use inhalers. However, she was free from gastric complaints, hypertension, no diabetes. But family history, father had eczema, but no diabetes and hypertension. Mother suffered from hypertension. To just see that family history also. So what treatment I have given? See, she told that psoriasis showed on palms and soles and cuts, visible cracks on her palms and soles. So I have considered this symptom because when she come to me, visit me first time. So pathologically I saw and I have given a Hiparsulf, where we know Hiparsulf medicine for cuts and cracks. So I've given Hiparsulf 30, graphite is 30 for 3 months, 2 times 4 globules. But she was feeling 30% better. Again, she's coming and telling, no, only 30% better, ma'am. So after 3 months, her dosage was increased and I cut the graphitis and I continued only Hiparsulf, 200 for 4 times a day for 2 months. Again, she came after 3 months and she told only 60% improvement in her case. She told, ma'am, still night, sometime once it starts itching means it is terrible itching and then cracks, sometimes it bleeds. So I don't know what to do. I don't want to go out like this, she was telling. Don't want to talk anybody. So then I asked their family members. Then I understood that what details I understood her personal life. Her son, who was 26 years old, After his divorce, that skin around her palm and sole started becoming black. That is very important for me. When I asked her after 3 to 4 months of this medication, and repeatedly she's coming and telling only 30%, 60%, then I understood this is the skin around her palm and sole started becoming black after her son's divorce. So despite allopathic treatment, her complaints were not reduced at all. Then I have taken mentalities, we call mental state, how it is mental complaints. So her mental state was filled with full anxiety, spent sleepless nights with her son's marriage. She was so much worried about son's marriage. Her husband explained when her skin complaints worsened, she becomes angry and irritable. She used to cry so much and refused to meet people. She didn't attend any function, ma'am, because of her blackish, cracked hands and soles. Her skin issues altered her personality completely. She changed totally, pura opposite, they told. She was not like this, ma'am. How she's crying, we don't want to see at all. So from being a calm and enthusiastic person, she changed into an anxiety-driven and mental perturbed person. So treatment I have given because her asthmatic, that is a wheezing complaints has increased, then I have given Dulcamara because it is again coming to the skin also. Dulcamara is also useful for skin. That is a dryness of the skin, cracks, bleeds. So I thought we'll try with Dulcamara. So I've given Dulcamara 4 globules twice a daily. After 1 month, her wheezing had reduced a lot. She did not use even inhaler. In fact, she needed it only twice a week, she reported. Skin symptoms remained altered. Considering her mental symptom, then I thought to give her Pulsatilla 1M because she's so much concerned about her son, and consolates aggravates. That is the main part because immediately she starts weeping. So 1 dose, 4 globules once in a 15 days, this becomes the next line of treatment. After 1 month, she reported that her palm skin was becoming better, but soles remained the same. She was now given, again I started Hiparsa 200, Dulcamara 30 night, and Pulsatilla 1M once a month, 1 dose for 3 months. After 3 months, Hiparsa 200 was continued for few months with less dose. After 8 months of treatment, bleeding, cracks, blackishness of the palms and soles has reduced considerably. You just see here, no burning at all. She never complained about burning. She started going out. Her anxiety has been reduced very much. Now she's feeling so better. I'll show you the slide how she came to me. This is a before treatment. These are the cracks. These are the blackishness. And after treatment, this is my patient's palms, and then this is the soles. So this is the psoriasis treatment I have given. So again, one more case I will present you about eczema, and then together I will tell you about why I have selected Hiparcel, why I have selected Pulsatilla 1M, everything again I will tell you. So you just go through my second case. Second case is a 47-year-old lady. She was suffering with eczema from past 7 years. Complaints of eczema were shown on elbows and knees. She experienced the severe itching and burning over there. See, last case, no burning, but here itching and burning. Affected skin becomes brownish and blackish. Same like that case, but there is no brownish, full blackish palms and soles. And here, elbows and knees. Aggravated at night, ameliorated temporarily with using some steroid ointments, which their allopath has given them. She has tried many medicines. When she stopped the allopathic medicines, all skin symptoms reappeared. She has complained about dryness of skin after menopause. Menopause has started at the age of 45. See, menopause has started 45. She came to me at the age of 47 after 2 years, and she was suffering with eczema from past 7 years. So dryness of the skin has given this kind of symptoms, itching and burning more. Then I have taken the history also. Past history, no. General complaints that she complained about dryness even in the ear also. And sometimes she's telling hissing sound also comes. Face also, that is very few, 5 or 7 itching pimples kind of thing, small pustules kind of thing. As I explained, pustules, papules, how it is. So little small. So stomach, always full stomach, pressure, some pressure in the stomach like this she feels. She doesn't like sweet at all. Sweet nauseate her. Constipated lady. Because of constipation, fissure of anus. See, even though some medicines are there, extremities, excoriation between thighs. Fingernails, when I saw, thick, black and rough. Very rough, like always she's washing the vessels like this, that rough fingernails. Toenails also crippled. Then treatment, what I've given? Because see, every time when patient comes to us, so you need to think about pathology. I thought like this because patient need to come next time also, at least 30% reduction should be there. So graphitis I have given because of burning and itching I have considered, and petroleum ointment was given for dryness of skin. Wherever dryness she is feeling, I told her to apply that. In a third visit, her manner of talking, I understood how that gave me clue about her restless nature. But I don't know, I ignored this symptom for time being. But one more observation I made was her arranging objects on my table. As soon as she comes to me, comes to the clinic, she will talk on her all that eczematic skin complaints, but simultaneously she was just arranging my all pen, pencil, their what stethoscope, everything she will just correctly in their place. She will just arranging. This happened in her third visit itself. At which she is doing even first and second visit, but I ignored, as I told. So after talking into account her unquenchable thirst, I asked her, because of dryness of skin, I asked her how much water you take daily. So she told, unquenchable thirst. All the time I'm taking just sip water. So this orderliness and aggravation after midnight, fear, worry, and she being alone in the sense, she is with her husband, but not with the children. So she's feeling alone. That is so that I have considered these are the symptoms, and I have given her arsenicum album 30 for 15 days. Fear, worry, left alone, unquenchable thirst I have taken, and this is all restlessness about that made. So for 15 days increased the doses, and then I have given arsenicum album 200, and reduction in itching and burning of the skin was clearly evident. So after the course, she complained about dryness and itching in the morning, early morning, 6 o'clock, like a 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, like this. So then I thought, see, I have given arsenicum album, I have considered after midnight. So, but again, she's coming complaining about that, but now timing has changed. Then I have given no Sorinum, because repeatedly again coming. So I have considered Sorinum and I have given her Sorinum 200, 1 dose per month for 3 months. There was no complaint of reoccurrence. This is the lady, this is the elbow before and after treatment. This is the before knee, and now this is the knees. So this is the after treatment. See, now I'll tell you how. See, I read Boris Kent, this Adolf Lippe, many books we read. So in that, all the symptoms I have taken. See, this pruritus, itching. When I saw graphitis is not a big even Hippar-Sulf is also not that much. They have not given so much important, like 1 mark and 2 mark. But even this cracks. First case I'm talking. See, first stay itching and cracks. So in cracks, even here also, this is a graphitis. Even they have given more marks to graphitis. Even Hippar-Sulf also they have given. And I have given, considered and I have given. But again but she's coming with the 60%, 30%. Then I have considered this pulsatilla because of her mental state. So pulsatilla, that as a Kent repertory I followed, and I have given pulsatilla. Second case, this is a burning and itching. Both the symptoms are there. So even in burning, what I have considered arsenicum album here. So what she told about me, that is anxiety, restlessness, very highly marked. So I have considered this, and unhealthy skin, every little wound suppurates. She told all the time it is happening, whichever, wherever cut will be there. So skin is so sensitive, ma'am, because of dryness. She herself, she used to tell me like this. So that I have considered, these are the medicines, Hiparsulf, graphitis, and then pulsatilla. When I considered mental symptoms, I got a good result. So she reoccurrence has stopped. But what now, because of corona, you can say lockdown has started. Many patients are not able to come to the clinic. Even because of intense lockdown, even doctors are sitting in the clinic, but patients are not able to reach. So they have wanted to talk to the doctor. Online we are talking, even though they are not feeling well. So in that case, sometimes homeopathic doctors, we give a same like what we have given in first case, pulsatilla. We'll give pulsatilla 1 ml. Again, they'll come. So they don't come because their anxiety, restlessness, that everything will reduce. But now we are not able to that also. We are not able to do that. So I thought, as a yoga therapist, why don't we go online yoga thing, something to give some relaxation, some get rid of their anxiety, but time being. So after that, we can think about treatment. So then, as you know, our skin is really good indicator what's going on inside our body. So I thought skin disorders and yoga, how reflects these symptoms. See, we see that skin which covers the human body is unique and complex living structure. Its outermost cell layers are dead and continuously flaking from the body. Any form, dandruff, plaques, like how the psoriasis, eczema, some dryness of the skin. So as it is through them, the aura of vitality and good health is reflected to the world like a mirror. We can understand from the skin. The skin is a medium for the sense of touch. It is absolutely essential for many of the most transcendental sensual experiences, both pleasurable and painful. The skin is an index of good health. A healthy person, you saw how healthy person or yogi is radiant, has glowing complexion, but a sick person is a pale, devoid of prana. Devoid of prana is a yogic word. Okay, so like a medical practitioners, like we homeopaths, we examine simply by looking at the patient, assessing their complexion. For example, jaundiced skin, cyanosis, bluish, yellowish color, red face in valvular disease, anemic, pale. So to realize that the skin is distinct body organ, an organ is defined as a group of cells clustered together in order to fulfill a specific physiological function. So healthy skin is intimately related to diet, the state of the digestive process, liver, and bloodstream. So to restoration of skin health through yoga therapy is often directed to at influencing the digestive and circulatory functions. This is because of skin eruptions so commonly reflect a more widespread eliminative circulatory metabolic problem first be corrected and skin health to be restored. So it is not sufficient to suppress skin diseases with drugs, creams, which they apply. In my second case, she used to tell me that whenever I apply some screen steroids, so I'll be fine. So which give only temporary relief, but no lasting cure. So they can trigger even more severe, sometimes unrelated disorder seems. So this may be in the form of metabolic disorders or skin eruptions. So poor diet, poor circulation of the circulatory and excretory system, subsequent build of toxins are the root cause of skin eruptions. So according to yoga therapists, the practice of asana, breathing techniques, as well as internal cleaning, we call kriyas, will serve to address the skin issues. See, psychosomatic skin diseases. How we, as a homeopath, we considered mental state in first case. Then we have given pulsatilla 1M. See, like here also in yoga therapy, the skin is an extremely sensitive mirror of the mind, and skin diseases, rashes. So neurodermatitis often manifest in tense, anxious, sensitive persons. See, these anxious, sensitive persons, all the time they will just scratch their skin, they will just pinch, then they will tell, now burning it is there, now this is some crawling sensation on my skin. So each is often a way of expressing the mental tension arising from personal conflicts. So it is sometimes we use that statements also. Hey, what is biting you? So like this. So the main trigger for psoriasis, like how why I'm including psoriasis and eczema, because I have represented my cases on psoriasis and eczema. So according to that only I'm telling my yoga therapy also. So the main trigger for psoriasis is stress. Like eczema, the cause of psoriasis is also like linked to the family genetics. So what yoga tells that psoriasis and eczema are due to increase in toxin level and stress. So with increase in stress level, inflammation increases, then these diseases spread from one part to another. So how I made a one chart. So acne. So acne comes, like we know how acne comes, which age? 16 to 18 years, 20 years maximum. So why? That is a hormonal fluctuation. So again, hormonal fluctuation, stress hormones released during anxiety causes changes in pores. Everything, the skin will become oily. Then corticotrophin hormone will fluctuate. So skin will become oily, painful acne, redness of the skin. So we give medicines, but during lockdown, what to do? So we need to tell them to wait for 20 days. Our minister told to wait to 20 days. Don't go out because of corona. So then I understood. So this is the opportunity we can tell them to relax themselves, relax, balance their hormones with some asanas, meditation, breathing exercise by the time. Then after that, we can go for treatment. So same with the menopause also. If menopause, in that changes in estrogen level, fluctuation before and after menopause. So again, that what my second case. After menopause, dryness of the skin started, wrinkles, redness skin, boils, irritation. Even mentally also they get irritated. So some of the asanas, breathing exercise, pranayama, relaxation techniques are there, kriyas are there. So now my case is psoriasis and eczema. See, now this case, they called me and told, ma'am, just I'm pinching I want to pinch, just I'm pinching my skin and like this, just picking upwardly like this. So that anxiety is giving her like this. And because of that, she doesn't understand, because of it is painful. So because of that, she's feeling prickly, stinging sensation. Okay, see, she never complained about burning. Okay, but now at home, sitting and thinking about her skin and telling me, see, burning and itching of the skin, ma'am, without visible signs. I saw her on video, nothing is there, but she's complaining that. So eczema, skin feels, again that second lady, that is a 2-3 patients again came like this and telling me alternate feeling of cold and hot. Sometimes I'm feeling hot, sometimes I'm feeling cold, crawling sensation, some, but no visible sign. So in this 20 days, how we have treated with yoga therapy, and we are treating till now. So how some of the asanas poses, all the asanas I didn't show here. So some of the asanas we showed, Ardha Chakrasana, Utkatasana, Setu Bandhasana, where all the hormones will balance. And Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskaras gives, activates our chakra. Wherever blockages are there, it removes your blockages and activates our chakra and gives a glowing of the skin and reduces stress and anxiety. So mudras are also there. In yoga, mudras are also there. So that is like a hand. See, these 5 elements we use. See, this is a water. 5 elements is, this is water, this is fire. You just remember like this. This is water, this is fire, this is earth, this is Akash, and this is Vayu. So with these 5 elements, we do the mudras. Lot of mudras are there. Brahman mudra, Vajra mudra, Mukula mudra. Many people, they stand like this for confidence, for concentration. So this is Jnana mudra. But for skin diseases, skin things, for Varuna mudra is very important, where I told fire and Jala, water. So you have to unite together and 3 fingers will be like this. So this is a Varun mudra. What happens? This is a Jala finger. So it balances the water content in our body. It activates fluid circulation. So before fire, before water, fire is nothing is there. See, water is just overlapping the fire and it activates fluid circulation within the body, keeping it moisturized always. It cures dryness of the skin and sometimes helps also for skin infection. This mudras, anytime, anywhere you can do, how much ever time you want, you just keep like this. Any place you can do. Not like a Surya Namaskar, you need to do early morning, Chandra Namaskar at evening. It's not like this. So mudras you can do anywhere. The breathing exercise, some of the techniques, breathing techniques are there, where we tell here Anulam Vilom. In Maharashtra, they tell Puraka Rechaka. So in English, we tell inhale, exhale. So it increases blood flow to the face and neck area, which nourishes the skin. Oxygenated blood gives it a healthy color and vibrancy. So it can help to deliver oxygen and nutrients of the skin to the skin, which keeps the skin healthy. Promotes collagen production. Collagen production means collagen is one protein. Okay, it's a factor. So it promotes collagen production and promotes new skin cells. So which keeps the skin glowing. So we tell that dryness all the time they're complaining. So we tell them to do this breathing exercise to nourishes their skin. Then pranayama, lot of pranayamas are there. Nadi Shuddhi pranayama, Brastika pranayama, so bandhas pranayama. So, but particular pranayama is a very important for skin. That is a Nadi Shuddhi pranayama. What Nadi Shuddhi pranayama does? It reduces stress and anxiety. Again, mudra I have shown here. So this is the Pranav mudra and this is the Jnana mudra. Where this Pranav mudra, she is keeping in front of your nose and doing. Again, same thing where we are telling this is a Vayu and this is a Akash. We are just locking and free fire, Jala and earth. And with that we are doing. So this is it helps to balance our hormones also, where that menopausal, after menopause, dryness of the skin has started, she told. But now nothing, no signs, but because of anxiety, they are feeling. Kapalbhati. So Kapalbhati is also one technique. See, this is the one Kriya actually. It eliminating your toxins from the body and slow aging. So it can clear clogged skin, pores. So clarifying your clarifying your skin and giving luminous glow. So whichever toxins inside the body, with the exhalation we are taking out. So this is a abdominal contraction and relaxation with the inhale and exhale. This is a one technique. This is one Kriya. Then Brahmari. Brahmari, what Brahmari does for these patients? Now, for time being, we need to tell them to do this is because of it revitalizes the neuron and supplements nitric acid oxide action. So nitric oxide, what nitric oxide does? We can control and rejuvenate our body and mind and get rid of various small illnesses. So increases the production of nitric oxide by 15 times, when that humming sound if you make, and it is proved. So it increases the nitric oxide levels and acts as a carbogen therapy. So carbogen therapy means also that how it is, that is a carbon is a 5% and oxygen is a 95%. So together what they do, so they will just our ear problems will come down with this Brahmari. So ear problems, for example, tinnitus. So meditation also here, you no need to set in this is a Jnana Mudra again. So many mudras I showed now. So this is Varuna Mudra I told, Pranav Mudra, now this is a Jnana Mudra. So you can sit in a Brahma Mudra. Keep your hands below abdomen and you can sit. So these chakras, this is the colors I have shown here. So different types of colors of chakras are there. So it activates your neurotransmitters in the brain. So it releases your anxiety and stress, where this anxiety and stress are giving these patients simply disturbing. So techniques like meditations are chakra meditation, transcendental meditation, cyclic meditation, different types of meditations are there. So it strengthens your immunity and produces a natural sebum oil. So by time being, you can do all the things which is good for their health. So this is a holistic approach. So what chakra does? See all the chakra, what I told in Surya Namaskara also. Chakra activates, chakra block, whichever blocks in your body, it removes your chakras and you feel good, energetic, and your skin will glow. So this mulad, every chakras are having their own locks. So that locks, if you remove means that circulation will increase. So this Muladhara chakra, Manipura chakra. So like in skin, we have to go with the Sahasrakara chakra. Sahasrakara chakra, in that it is a emotional, it controls emotions. Again, I told like a neurotransmitters, where anxiety, fear is giving, my God, my doctor, I'm not able to meet my doctor, how to do if my skin complaints will come again, what to do. So this Sahasrakara chakra. So many techniques are there which we can go with Sahasrakara chakra. Many asanas are there. With that, Sahasrakara chakra activates, which is forward bending asanas are there. Some people, they do Shirshasana, Sarvangasana. Who are not able to do easy asanas are there, Setu Bandhasana, where we can remove those blocks and they feel that hormones will balance and then they feel relaxed. The same I told, eczema has an additional chakra, so which is in the throat chakra, that is a Vishuddhi chakra. Here Vishuddhi chakra will act, when we activate, so that blockage will go. Then emotions and the thyroid, emotional balance, thyroid, inner space we call, so that we can control. So now meditation, that is a transcendental meditation. What I told, chakra meditation, now this is a transcendental meditation. What transcendental meditation does? Here you are that your yoga therapist will tell not to do anything, just simply sit in one place. But how can? Physically we are sitting, but mentally no. And even because of this anxiety that you are feeling all the time, some kind of itching is there, something is crawling on your skin, so you are getting disturbed. But this transcendental meditation, we are having 3 to 4 sentences. You just keep your hands in some different mudras are there. You keep your hands below abdomen, that is Sahajoli, Vajroli mudra, and you just tell your mind to take out everything from your mind. Don't question your questions. Whichever questions are coming in your mind, don't ask any questions to your mind. Don't control your thoughts. Just to sit in one place. Like this, you have to tell your mind, order your mind, and just sit and concentrate on your breathing. So what happens? Reduces cortisol level, where that I told, corticotrophin hormones in acne. So improved brain functions, reduced stress, again anxiety, gives calmness. Wait, lockdown will get over. We wanted to go and meet now, so we will meet. So that calmness will come, whichever agitation will be there. So then third meditation is a cyclic meditation. Normally we tell for agitation, restlessness, lot of I want to do now, I want to go, I want to see my doctor, I want to meet, I want to explain everything. Might be I'm having that fear. Everything they understand, but not able to control. So with the cyclic meditation, we can tell them, means they can experience that agitation and restlessness, how it is reducing, and their mind itself they're telling to wait and going to meet after lockdown. So this meditation is a really beautiful. Here, that is a 3 phases are there in meditation. There instant relaxation. In that 2-3 asanas are there. Then we tell them instant relaxation. In that, just 1 minute relaxation is there. After that, 2 asanas. Then quick relaxation is there for 3 minutes. Just abdominal breathing. They need to concentrate. And then again 2 asanas are there, Ustrasana and Shashankasana. And then they need to go for 14 minutes deep relaxation. Why we have to do this different asanas? Because mind won't go in a immediately in a calm position, won't listen at all. Lot of thoughts will be there, lot of restlessness will be there. So we need to disturb them. You just tell them to stand up, then do this, and then again last you have to go with the DRT. The cyclic meditation, especially it comes with a SMET program. So that is a stress management education technology. So for that, it with this cyclic meditation. You know, everybody, Omkar, everybody will tell you do Omkar, then your restlessness will come down. We are going after 20 days, after 10 days, we are going and meeting to the doctor. Nothing is there, but nothing, won't listen. So this in Omkar, see, we are chanting Omkar that time, what I told, how chakras, that 7 chakras, same 7 chakras will activate in this Omkar. Omkar meditation ensures sound sleep. When you chant oo and ma, not om. So every every time oo and ma, whenever you are saying, so that time different chakras will activate. So you are detoxifying your body. So pacifying the mind and body, rejuvenating the mind and body. So reduces stress and anxiety. So that Omkar therapy really helps. So these are my 2 patients where I have given Hipasa, graphitis. After that, I have considered mental state, pulsatilla, vanium I have given, and really come to me. But because of this lockdown, then I thought, see, this only lockdown is not the cause. Sometimes some patients, they'll go to village where they don't get medicine. Sometimes these patients, they go some very far from their place, so they don't get some medicine if I wanted to tell on the phone also. So you can use this techniques for them online at least. So time being, they can reduce their stress, anxiety, and ensures their sleep, calmness. Emotionally, they feel stable. Thank you.
Wonderful presentation, ma'am. I think a lot of doctors have joined and they are still listening to you. So first of all, thank you, because this is a very unique topic, taking yoga along with homeopathy together. And okay, so we have some questions. Hello.
Okay, yeah, hello.
Yeah, ma'am. We have one question from Dr. Kavita. How we pronounce Omkar?
Yeah. So o, ma. Okay. So not like a om. So that should come from the lower abdomen. U should come from the throat, and ma should be from the forehead. So that sound you should understand that vibrations also. You have to feel that experience, how that vibrations are coming. U and ma. Don't shout no. Very low level, then U and then ma. So you can chant 5 times, practice 5 times, then go for 7, then 10. Suddenly first time you don't chant 10 times, it comes wrongly. It is a just practice.
Okay, so we start from the throat.
No, from lower abdomen.
Okay,
from lower abdomen, should be from lower abdomen. That is a level. That is where I told Swadhisthana chakra, Muladhara chakra activates. Then slowly you have to activate your Vishuddhi chakra. There is a U, and then U, then Ma. So that forehead. So that vibrations you can understand. Like So ma should be more. Oh, for only 1 second. Oof, for only 2 seconds. More for more. Because our patients are suffering with anxiety. Not alone patients, everyone is suffering now because of anxiety and this. So that ma is for that relaxation, where I told Brahmari Pranayama also.
We
Yeah.
could feel it when you were saying it. We could feel it that
So,
it's moving. It's very nice, ma'am. Some very interesting questions are coming. Can any asan for menstrual cramps? Samyukta is asking.
yeah, particular asanas for that is a Vajrasana, we call Shashanka Asana. Like you have to sit on the leg and bend forward. Okay, so that is for abdominal cramps, even for heavy bleeding also. It reduces their Mudra Chakra activates that blockages we can remove from Shashanka Asana. So
So
stomach asanas,
do we need to place this also on a stomach like this?
no, Vajra Mudra you no need to skip. You
Okay.
just Namaskar position and bend forward. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Any one doctor is asking. I'll just tell you. Yes, Dr. Manmohan Shukla ji is asking, can immunity build in yoga? I feel yes, it can build. What do you have to say, ma'am?
Yeah. Why not? See, pranayama, especially now I told only Nadi Shuddhi. So many pranayama techniques are there where our oxygen capacity we can increase through pranayama. Definitely, see, genetic factor always there, but whichever it is in our hand, we can do that. See, you cannot correlate with the genetic factor, but whichever in our hand in the sense whatever you are suffering with your lifestyle disorders, any situations like now corona situation came, so uncertainties. So from that also our immunity will go down. Immunity says what? Affecting our blood circulation, affecting our mind. So then our everything diet will change. So many things will affect pathologically, physiologically, emotionally. So that immunity will go down. Automatically our oxygen level, breathing level will come down, anger will increase. So with the pranayama, we can increase our oxygen capacity. So where we feel calm, where we feel our restless mind will come down. So we can automatically our hemoglobin percentage will increase where it is related to the oxygen again. So
Okay.
RBCs. So where now coronavirus is acting on RBC, RNA. Okay. So immunity level we can increase with the pranayama.
Okay. Okay. Right. There's one question from Dr. Deepshika. Ma'am, can there be any yoga for excess muscle fat in cheek? CHEECK. I think she means cheek, which is remaining after surgical removal of cheek.
Yes. Yes. Some.
Hemangoma. Yeah.
Yeah. See, some facial asanas are there. That if she can put in my mail, I can tell her some facial asanas. She can do that. That we can tone up our facial muscles, so that which is a little bit fear about that after some age, then she feels some logging, yeah, some hanging, that loosening of the facial skin and all. So we can do that toned up. That facial muscles asanas are there. So that I can tell her. Okay.
Yes.
So
Okay, so any asan for children? How do we make children a habit? How do we develop that habit of yoga in children
that
from a young age?
that is again. So first parents must do in front of them. Don't call them. They automatically will come. That is again technique.
Okay,
That parents must do that first. They are just going crossing from there. They are observing. They are watching. They are observer only. One day 100% they will do, and that I can tell you because lot of children I'm handling and I know now they are doing. Not alone normal, even special children are also they are taking interest and doing.
okay. So a lot of questions are coming for the different asan. Doctors like Dr. Umaji is asking, which asan do you recommend for low back pain? So we have one for people are asking for low back pain, and Dr. Divi is asking for memory boosting. Dr. Razia is asking for thyroid.
Okay, so see, for thyroid, they can do Sarvangasana, Halasana. Some of the asanas are there, but who is having spondylosis, they should not do Sarvangasana and Halasana. They go for Setu Bandhasana, where chin lock will be there. Those asanas are hypothyroidism asanas. Where chin release, there is a hyperthyroidism asanas. So, but whenever you are going for hypothyroidism, at least half of the time you need to do hyperthyroidism asana also. Then you can balance that TSH value. This is thyroid. Maybe for that, Vrukshasana is there. One leg, one standing on one leg. Nataraja asana is there. Brahmari is really good. You can. This is a really one boom kind of thing. Brahmari. Brahmari is really increasing your memory also. Even it prevents your degeneration also. So Brahmari is for memory. And what asked you? Thyroid and memory and which question?
Low back pain, thyroid,
Low
and
back.
yes.
Low back. They should at least they have to avoid full forward bending asanas. But backward bending asanas they have to do half. Where they are seeing Bhujangasana, many people they are seeing Bhujangasana just going like this. That should not do. Half of the Bhujangasana they have to do.
Okay.
And forward bending they have to avoid. Basically, lower back pain means like a spondylosis and this slip disc and all. In front of the yoga therapist or yoga teacher, they should do. Avoid seeing YouTube and trying something. Avoid those things.
Okay. There's one question from Dr. Kaur, Harpavit Kaur, that ma'am, 8 months ongoing pregnancy, have a symptom of fungal infection and symptom is aggravating after eating curd, itching especially in night. In that condition, what should we do?
Okay, so now she is under treatment. Any homeopathy, allopathy?
I think yes, because she's a doctor. She's asking for a patient only.
Okay. So see now repeated fungal infection, she can go for pranayama. Okay. So pranayama means not holding. That is a different where we are. See, I told where you are holding your breath. That is pranayama. That is absolutely correct. But again, you are seeing I'm holding the pranayama, but I'm as such I'm not holding. Like I'll show you when pranayama is there, Shitakari pranayama. I am just folding my tongue upwardly and doing hissing sound I'm making. I'm not holding, just fraction of second I hold it. So it gives a coolness of your body. Okay, and toxins will come out because during pregnancy you avoid this holding things. Okay, you should not block your nostrils and mouth also at a time. So in that situation, Shitakari pranayama, she can go with that. And deep breathing.
Right, ma'am. I think you have answered all the questions very effectively, and because you are practicing yoga and homeopathy both, your answers were very practical, and a lot of doctors are already appreciating your presentation, ma'am, because this is very important in current times, and it's very good to see that you are mixing homeopathy with yoga, because a holistic treatment is always better. It's always better, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely homeopathy works on everything, but sometimes see uncertainties came in front of us. So we need to go with some holistic approach, like how everybody is going for kadhas and this powder and this powder. So along with that, something we need to do for that. So then the time being it is there, but it is lifelong we need to do. I can tell all doctors also.
I think Dr. Deepa Amar has asked a very important question of the session. Which pranayam do you suggest for reducing weight? This is a $1 million question.
No, just sitting in one place and doing pranayama, it won't reduce. As a nutritionalist, I can tell those things also. You need to follow those diet also, and then even yoga asanas also, along with the pranayama. Pranayama reduces your hunger. Pranayama won't reduce your weight. Your hunger will reduce. So whichever you have collected fat, that you need to reduce with the some exercises, some asanas, some diet. So that is very important.
Right, right, right. Thank you, ma'am. I think it was
Thank you.
a wonderful session. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
A lot
Thank
of
you.
appreciation is coming in the chat box already. A lot of
Yeah,
all doctors.
they
Yes,
can
yeah.
send me on mail. I can
Yes,
give them
yes,
answer.
yes, yes.
I will share your email ID, ma'am, with
Yeah.
Yes,
everyone, with all the doctors.
we'll be sharing. Also, I would like to once again thank Dr. Anjali ji for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
And ma'am, if you want, you can take a leave because she has another meeting at 5:30. So
Yes, yeah.
she has to take a leave. So thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Rajneesh. Thank you,
Thank
Ashmi.
you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye. To all the other doctors who are present over here, I would just like to inform two things. We have launched our online consultation forum, that is
Mhm.
godoc.com, where you can advise, you can treat a patient from across India just by sitting at your home. All you have to do is you have to register yourself on that website. Once you register, you will be getting updates, and soon when the website will go live, you will be able to treat patients from all over India just by sitting at your home. And it's a free registration. If I can request Ashmeet, please share the link in the chat
I'll share.
box.
I will share.
Please, I would request all the doctors to register on GoDoc. It is India's leading online consultation homeopathic portal where only homeopathic doctors will be there. Yes, so you can see the chat box. It is there. It is www.godoc.com, godoct.com/doctor dash sign up. ये है वहां पे आपका लिंक दिया हुआ है. If you can please register it. And इसके अलावा we are also we have started one series with the name of Homeopathy Works, which is only for homeopathy doctors. So आपके पास अगर कोई ऐसा case है, if you have any case which was very difficult and you treated it successfully with the use of homeopathy, please, we would request you to share that case with us. We will publish that case along with your photograph, along with your name, and it will be circulated to more than 25,000 doctors across India and to many doctors through ebook, in the form of ebook. So we would request you to please share your cases. You can share those cases at 9910081920. And if Amir is there, Amir can just share his number. Thank you, Dr. Pulkar, Dr. Suresh Kumarji. Thank you. Please, I would request all of you to please register at this website, godoc.com. ये इंडिया की पहली बहुत बढ़िया पोर्टल है जहाँ पे कि सिर्फ होम्योपैथी डॉक्टर्स हैं, एंड आप लोग घर बैठे किसी भी पेशेंट को वहाँ पे ऑनलाइन कंसल्टेशन दे सकते हैं, एंड इट इज फ्री रजिस्ट्रेशन, एंड ऑल द ऑप्शंस विल बी देयर. वीडियो कंसल्टेशन भी दे सकते हैं, ऑनलाइन कंसल्टेशन भी दे सकते हैं. सो इट विल हेल्प यू and it will help homeopathy grow. We would request all of you, please register on that website. Thank you so much. And if any of the doctors is interested to conduct a webinar with us, please get in touch with us. We'll be very happy to host you. And you can WhatsApp us at 9599969785. 9599969785. You can share your number, you can share your name over there, and just write that you want to conduct a webinar, and we will be very happy to connect with you.
Yes,
That's it from
and
our side.
yes, and I have just shared Dr. Anjali's email ID also in the chat window. So in case you want to connect with her, you can just copy that email ID and you can definitely contact her. We have a WhatsApp group with the name iSampark. So in case you have not joined it yet, you can join to get all the latest information related to iSampark webinars and other updates on homeopathy and our development on homeopathy, our initiatives. Okay, so I have unmuted everyone. So in case anyone want to say anything or you want to share anything, you can please unmute yourself and definitely share. I hope everyone has shared your email IDs for digital certificates. In case anyone has missed it out, you can mention it on you can send it either on my WhatsApp or you can mention it on the chat window.
Email ID adilomri.com@gmail.
Dr. Amit Pandey. Okay. Okay, so that's it. I think we can end with this session, Rajneesh sir.
Sure, please.
Okay.
Thank you everyone for
Yeah,
joining.
thank you everyone. Yeah.
Dr. Devi, Dr. Anu, thank you so much. Dr. Jyoti, thank you. Fatima, thank you. Thank you all. Dr. Vivek, thank you. Dr. Anu, Shivraj, Dhanashri, thank you. Dr. Amit Pandey, thank you.